YouTube Nation, Main Event TV, aka Me TV, aka Repulsive Blast ain't stopping, Unibeams ain't stopping me, aka I'm getting my Maximum Spider on today, and that's what I want to talk about today. But before I get started, because a lot of you fans have been asking me, Event, when are you going to get the Marvel vs. Capcom 3? I told you I'd get to it, so don't worry about it. Before I get started, I want to talk to the fans, I want to talk to the subscribers and the gamers. I want to say a big thank you to you guys, all right? Because of the fact that last week, for those who don't know, I did a Call of Duty Black Ops video, and I just wanted honest opinions, all right? I heard a lot of bad things with the game. I want honest opinions. I didn't want no fanatics. I want honest opinions of what you thought about the game, and you stepped up for me, so guess what? I bought Call of Duty Black Ops, and guess what? I'm having so much fun with this game. The single-player campaign is so great. All right, I put it like this. I get caught up in the moment a lot with this game. All right, and I like that. However, I did notice there is some freezing in the game for me, at least when I'm playing. It'll stop, and it'll start up again. And it's like, okay. But you know what? That's not a make or break deal for me. I understand that. They can patch it or whatever. Even if they don't patch it, it's not a big deal. I understand the whole sniping problem. I've come across it at times, and I also noticed the hit detection problem with it. I have an easier time shooting with the sniper rifle from the hip without even aiming with the scope than I do with the scope. So whatever, I'm not worried about it. It's not a make or break thing. Anyways, thank you guys. Let's get to Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Now, for those who don't know, GameStop has leaked DLC, all right, from Capcom already. All right, if you don't know that, I will put the link in the info bar for you guys. But I want to say, I'm going on record right now saying, I do not like the art style of this game. I don't like it. That's just a personal opinion of mine. If you like it, hey, by all means, go ahead. No, it does not affect the gameplay, but personally, I just don't like it. The scale of the characters at times for me look really large. Now, I remember back when we played the other games, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Marvel vs. was it just Marvel Superheroes or whatever? Bigger characters were allowed to be that big, like Hulk, Sentinel? Characters like that were allowed to be very tall because of the scale of the other characters. They were very small. So, but this one seems a little on the big side for me. It almost reminds me of King of Fighters 12, which I wasn't a fan of because the characters are so damn big. It's like, that's not me. That's not for me. King of Fighters peaked for me anyway at 2008. Just saying. All right, and besides, I'll let y'all know now, Terry Bogard is the man. I'll take Terry Bogard over any fighter any day. Anyways, yeah, okay. That's right, yeah, don't mind me. I just got my hair cut, shaved it all off for a while. Anyways, okay. Anyways, I want to get into it, to the fact that Marvel vs. Capcom 3, for me, doesn't look that great. All right, now you think with Capcom, I understand this whole DLC process. They did this with Street Fighter 4. They did this with Resident Evil. I'm hearing a lot of fans saying, well, it's good that they're bringing out DLC for the game, but this will stop Game of the Year editions. This will stop, Super Capcom 3 Gold, whatever. No, it's not going to stop it. What you fail to realize that Capcom will keep milking this, all right? I swear I've done this before. Anyways, you have to understand this, all right? They're still going to bring out another disc 3-6 months down the road after release, and it's going to have all the DLC on the disc. They always do this. Capcom, I've said it once, I'll say it again. You were going about this the wrong way. If you want to milk your product, you should know that fighting games and arcades go hand in hand. All right, I can't tell you how many times I've spent times, like I said, I used to be an arcade rat. I spent many times playing those games in the arcade. And then after 6 months, you say, hey, now it's coming to console. That's how you do it. That's how you keep people from buying. What you should do, this could be your biggest release this year. Isn't it this year? I believe it's coming out this year. This could be your biggest release. All right? You stack the roster. You stack the roster to the fucking gills. That's what you're supposed to do, Capcom. But you don't want to do that. All right? You don't want to do that. You want to keep milking and leaking people. No, stop. Put everyone in it. Stop having these contests where, oh, well, I heard Phoenix Wright may be in it. Well, I heard this person will be in it. How about you just put them all in and then you bring it into the arcades? All right? You keep pushing this in every show. Tokyo, was it the Tokyo show? Everywhere, it's been everywhere for like at least 3 different conventions now. All right? Put it in the arcades, get people on the game, and then afterwards, just follow the pattern you've set for years before then, all right? And while that game is running, 6 months of release, then you put it on console. By the time you put it on console, you should be working on another game. And I'm not talking about Street Fighter. You got games like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Power Stone, you got Rival Schools. You have all these games that you can bring back, but you won't do it, Capcom. Well, what's the problem? What is the problem? All right, I don't understand it. But let's get into the gameplay because I've seen a lot of problems with Marvel vs. Capcom 3. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys exactly what the problem is. Because before, you had Chun-Li doing infinite combos in this third. Now, we have 100% combos. 100% combos now.
Show me the whole 100% combo. Oh my days, 100% combo. Saw it here first. That was 100%. I've seen it. You've seen it now.
That means you guys can try some shit on each other. These are two good players.
Oh shit, not TBT.
Play yourself.
Yeah, hell yeah. I got another camera. What's that move? What's that move?
Well, that didn't last.
Okay.
And I understand Capcom wants to bring it to the home console due to the fact we're online. But if anybody, if we've learned anything from Capcom, you should know from Street Fighter 4. I'm not talking Super Street Fighter, Street Fighter 4. Anybody who's learned anything from Capcom should know that the online sucks ass. I can't tell you how many times I tried to play something online with Capcom when it comes to Street Fighter 4. You play with people overseas, and I understand playing with people overseas, hey, that's great. But their online connection sucks. So if I'm hosting a fight, I'm lagging, all right? And then if I do a move and it comes out 2-3 seconds later, I've already had my ass kicked. It doesn't make any sense. And that's the problem. Because when you put it, in the arcades, all right, you can play against people right next to you. You have it's just uncertainty of who you're playing. You don't know how good they are, but online, they can check your profile. They know how many wins and losses you have. And then you have guys who go after new people. They have like 1,000 wins or whatever, and they go after the new people. It's pathetic. All right, there's no such thing as gamer etiquette anymore, and I don't understand it. But you have to realize, now mind you, I have played all over this country, San Diego, Las Vegas, like I said, here in Philadelphia, New York, New Jersey. I played everywhere that I have been. Florida, North Carolina. I played everywhere. You have to understand this. There are house rules to wherever you go. All right. Now, there's places where they say there's no throwing unless you have a throwing character. And first thing comes to me is King of Fighters. You have Clark, Shermie. Street Fighter, you had Mika. I mean, there's a couple characters that were just, their attacks were based on grapples. All right? You have to understand that. And that sometimes that's what house rules are. Online, you don't have that etiquette. All right? They don't care. They say, well, if you put it in the game, I should be able to do it. Not everyone plays that way. All right? That's just how it worked. And when you were in the arcades, if you broke that rule, you were taken off the game. All right? Yeah, I've seen it. Physically, you were taken off the game. All right? And they just give you a quarterback and let your guy die. Or get his ass kicked or whatever you want to call it. Lose. All right? And I can't tell you because I've seen this a lot. What was it? When I played at 15th and Chestnut. All right? Especially when I was in art school. Now, for those who don't know how that worked, one class would be 4 hours. If you had a double header that day, then you would, then there'll be another 4 hours. You have like an hour break between it and you have another 4 hours. But, there was times where I didn't have a second class, so I would go to the arcade and whoop ass. All right, it would get to the point where I have 45, 50 win streaks. Yeah, it got to that point. And the same thing for those who are in Philadelphia and know, in the Northeast, when the arcade used to be there in Roosevelt Mall, champions. I ran champions. All right, that's the fact. We have guys from Baltimore. I would go up to Baltimore, or they would come down here, and you would play against finalists, and you just whoop their ass. Was it in Street Fighter Alpha? Was it 2 or 3? They was using Julie or Junie. Couldn't stop my Adon. It's that simple. All right, it's really that simple. The fact is, Marvel vs. Capcom is the biggest seller. This is going to be the biggest seller. All right now. And Marvel needs to work on, Marvel, not just Marvel, but Capcom, they need to work on, they need to stack the deck, all right? And let me tell you something, final bosses, oh my God, final bosses, let me tell you something, because as the years have gone by, final bosses have not been challenging, they have been cheap. They've been cheesy. I can't tell you, the nightmare that comes to my mind is King of Fighters 98 when you're fighting Rugal. All right, and I know there's a lot of Street Fighter 4 when there's just too many bosses, final bosses that have gone the cheap route. So it almost makes you feel, look, these guys didn't put enough effort into it. All right, they don't try to fight you, they just cheat the shit out of you. I don't understand. Look, it has to stop. Work on your final bosses. I'm not just talking about Capcom. I'm talking about SNK. I'm talking about all these fighting games. They need to work on it. And it seems like the only people that have gotten it right at times is Tecmo with Tekken. It seems like, I understand at times you fight Devil Kazuya or whatever, but that's not the point. The point is they seem to have got it right. I'm looking forward to Tekken Tag 2. I'm looking forward to that. I'm not really looking forward that much to Tekken vs. Capcom. I understand that Capcom vs. Tekken is going to be different, but you know what? They do these things for a reason. I didn't like how Capcom vs. SNK came out, but I like SNK vs. Capcom. It's just, I guess it's just gameplay style for me, you know, just setup. All right, but the fact is, they have a lot to work on. They have a lot to work on, and I'm not very happy about it, but I will give the game a chance. I will. So, like, there's too many games out here to not try, and the problem is with that is that, at least here in Philadelphia, for those who don't know, for here in Philadelphia, a lot of places that rent these games have closed down. We're talking Blockbuster, Hollywood Video. A lot of these places have closed down on us, so it's kind of hard to go rent a game, or unless you GameFly. And the closest GameFly, I've tried GameFly, I had the free trial, and it took a week and a half for one game to get here. Yeah, so I don't understand how that works. But you're kind of wasting your money waiting for a week and a half, you know what I mean, for one game to get here. It's kind of ridiculous. But the fact is, I will try to give the game a try. I believe there's actually a West Coast video, I think on 16th, is it 16th in Spruce or something like that? I don't know. I'll try to check it out. But the fact is, guys, if you like this game, if you think it pieces to you, then by all means, go ahead and get it. I'm not going to hate on you for it. Go ahead and have fun. Shit, go ahead and have fun. But there's just a number of things that I just don't like that I've seen of the game and in the fighting genre as the years have gone by as well. So, but that's just my opinion. You know what I mean? Like I said, I know not everyone's going to agree with me. It's fine. But anyways, guys, we'll call it a day right now. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all be safe. Y'all game on. Have fun. I'll talk to y'all then. I'm out.